Hey, I'm Adam Jusko from ProudMoney.com, and in this video we're going to do an unboxing of the Capital One Savor Rewards card. But before I do that, I'd ask you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already, and if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So I just got the Capital One Savor Rewards card, and I'm going to show it to you, show you how it came to me, and talk about some of the features. I got this card basically for two reasons. One of them is I know I can hit the sign-up bonus right now. I talked in another video about the Wells Fargo card I got kind of using both of these cards in combination to make at least part of a big payment that I have to make so that I can hit the bonuses here, and it's going to, in the end, after some fees I'm going to have to pay for paying by credit card, should get me somewhere between $700 and $750 off of the payment that I have to make. So that was one of the big reasons that I got this card. Now, the second reason I got this card is because I do like the features of it. However, while it has no annual fee in the first year, it does have a $95 annual fee in the second year and every year after that. So I am planning on using it this year and hoping that I can, at the end of the year, get Capital One to waive that annual fee for me. So I'm going to try and prove myself as a good customer and see if they will waive that annual fee. Because I know that there are customers that have this card who were grandfathered in, who already had it before Capital One made some changes to it, who have these features and are not paying an annual fee. So I'm hoping that I can get to the end of this year, call them and say, hey, can you waive that annual fee for me? I am a pretty good customer. You can see I've been spending on this card, and we will see what happens. Anyway, this card gives 4% cash back on dining and entertainment purchases, 2% cash back on grocery purchases, and 1% cash back everywhere else. So the thing about it is, for me, is I already have the Uber Visa, which is giving me 4% cash back on dining. So in some ways, this is, sort of just giving me a lot of the same thing that I'm getting there. I have the 2% cash back that I'm getting from the City Double Cash. So the 2% on groceries is not really an incentive here. So the incentive here is, a little bit. The entertainment purchases are more. The 4% matches up with the Uber Visa. That big bonus is incentive to me. So that is kind of why I have the card here right now. And so we'll see what happens at the end of the year when I try and get Capital One to waive that annual fee. Anyway, let's open it up and I will show you how it all looks. First of all, not an unboxing. Again, false advertising as usual. Most credit cards don't give you a real fancy box unless you paid, maybe $500 or even more than that to get the card. But anyway, it looks like it was opened up by a grizzly bear, but that was just me. So when it came, it looked a lot better than this. But anyway, regular old stuff. Came in a regular old envelope. Now, what is sort of interesting about the package that this comes in here, and what I'm going to show you, is how little information Capital One actually gave me about the card. So I've already looked at this stuff here, and I'm just, kind of reenacting my opening up of it. So anyway, the card here, I took the little sticker off because the card is a pretty nice looking one, and I wanted to show, oh, look at how that camera's all getting dark and light on that. Anyway, I wanted to show you the card without the sticker on it. The sticker's right there. I just put it there. But anyway, it's kind of a nice card, kind of that brushed metal look that I kind of appreciate. Again, don't care that much about credit cards. I've said that in many other videos as well. I mean, in terms of how they look, I don't care that much about them. But anyway, it looks kind of nice. So, I won't look like, I'm just pulling out my brown paper wrapper card or whatever when I use it. So a nice enough card. But what's interesting on this card is there's no mention on this page of what the credit line is that I got. There is no mention of what the annual fee is. There's no mention of what my interest rate is. And so none of those things are mentioned on here. And not only on this sheet, they are not mentioned on any of the other things that came with the card either. So we got sort of this little flyer that kind of gives me the features, which I already know, of course, since I got the card. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. This one with some rewards, terms and conditions. This one, basically Capital One telling me that they are going to use my information any way they feel like it, unless I stop them, right? They're going to sell it to anyone they can think of. Now, this one is the basic cardholder agreement. And I, opened this and looked left and right and everywhere, and I'm like, where is that box that shows me what my interest rate is? Nothing there. It shows me basically their, kind of boilerplate agreement here. Also got the World Elite MasterCard Guide to Benefits, which tells you about things like price protection, all that kind of stuff, warranty, extended warranties, and all those kind of things that you can get if you have a World MasterCard. So this was useful, but again, I was like, well, I don't think that the interest rate information should be in here, but I better look instead, because where else would it be, right? I thought they would have to give that to me, but they did not. They did not tell me my interest rate. They do not show me my credit line here. Now, to be fair, when I applied online, they did show me what my credit line was, and they actually gave me a substantial credit line, more than I would have guessed. They actually gave me $30,000, which I'm not quite sure why they would give me that much that quickly. But anyway, they gave me that big credit line. They must have told me what the interest rate was at the time, because I would have to think otherwise they would at least be putting it in these materials otherwise. But what is interesting is the interest rate online. It shows that the interest rate, you could either get a 16.74% rate, a 22.24% rate, or a 25.74% rate. So right before I made the video, I looked at that, and that's what it said. Well, the rate I got is 22.74%, which doesn't match up with any of those. The 22.24% obviously would be the closest. I'm guessing that they haven't updated some things online. There's been enough interest rate changes here that could make sense. That extra 0.5% or whatever was not reflected online yet. But anyway, none of that in the the stuff that I got that was sent to me. So that was pretty interesting to me. I had to go online, and then when I went online and activated, then I could see the credit line. Then I could see my interest rate. But they weren't exactly forthcoming with that in terms of actually sending that through the mail. I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's better if, somebody intercepted my stuff, they wouldn't see how big my credit line was, even though I'm telling you on YouTube, obviously. Or I don't know why they'd care what my interest rate was. But anyway, my interest rate also was interesting in the fact that, again, like the Wells Fargo card that I just got, the lowest interest rate that there is was not given to me. And I have a very high credit score, well over 800, probably in the 820 to 830 range, depending on where it is coming from, what credit agency or whatever. So I have a very high credit score, but I did not get that 16.74% rate. Got a rate over 20%, which is kind of crazy considering how high my credit score is. In my track record of using credit, they don't have any reason to think that I am a credit risk. I should be getting that best rate. So it is interesting to see when you get some of these cards, if you have a higher credit score, how very few people are getting that rate. And somebody actually commented on my last video and said, well, maybe you have to call in to get that rate. Like if you have questions or if you're unhappy, maybe they'll get you down to that rate. But that certainly does not seem to be the fact that they are giving you that lowest rate right off the bat, even if you have a very high credit score. So that was interesting to me. Otherwise, same kind of stuff here that you're going to get most of the time when you get your credit card, but less information than some of the other credit card providers offer. So overall, nice looking card, nice features, nice bonus, which I am looking forward to getting to help me defray some of the costs of a big payment that I have to make. The big test for this card is going to be, if I use it in this first year and sort of show myself to be a good customer, is Capital One either going to waive that fee when the year is over? Are they going to add some features in the meantime? Maybe they would make it worth that annual fee. Otherwise, it's probably a card that I would have for a year and otherwise not keep or downgrade unless there is some reason for me to keep it beyond that. So that is it. Thank you for watching. As always, go to proudmoney.com, where we do credit card reviews, have personal finance news, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thanks for watching. Bye.